Don't touch that radio. You're tuned into the Freelancer Frequency, the officially unofficial podcast of Anthem, broadcasting recorded every Monday at 2:30. I'm your host, Andrew.
And I'm Logan.
And welcome to the most exciting episode yet. We have news. Hey, don't laugh. We got news, baby. I'm excited.
No, dude, they're getting the hype train ready. All aboard, please.
Yeah, I've been aboard even when there wasn't anything, so this is easy. But no, we got a ton of new stuff that actually dropped over the past week or so. Actually, the past couple of days, more like it.
Yeah, like
but yesterday and the day prior as well. But we got crazy exciting stuff. We got new social media cover photos, really exciting, and we got a new tweet. We got new tweets from people that work on the game. We got box art reveals. We got teaser videos.
We got Casey Hudson, dude. He's in this. Tune in to find out what he has to say.
Yeah, and then even an official announcement thing to look forward to from EA. So even EA is getting the hype train rolling, not just BioWare. So let's start with the new social media cover art and the thing everyone's talking about, which is
the Green Goblin.
It's the Green Goblin, guys.
Kind of.
Not really. It's potentially a fourth Javelin.
So maybe.
Very exciting. And I know if y'all watched my news video from a couple of days ago, I said it's not a new Javelin. But what do you think, Logan?
I'm on the fence. I know it's really exciting to think whoa, another Javelin. But honestly, I would in the end, I think it'd be a lot cooler if this was also the
Ranger.
The Ranger. Thank you. Yeah, dude. It's just it's so different from it. So to see that and be wow, this is the same thing, and I can still make it something totally unique from it. I think that'd be a lot more interesting. But at the same time, I see a lot of people are speculating well, we have 4 different elements, and we could also have 4 different Javelin types. Maybe one correlates to each element. And certainly an interesting thought. I would hope that I wouldn't be confined to being okay, if I'm playing as this Javelin, I'm this element, because then if you need a certain element to go into different missions, you're kind of stuck playing that certain Javelin. So
yeah, I'm rolling that out right now. They wouldn't make it to where you're stuck in an element.
Yeah,
that would straight up just limit the options you have, and that was the biggest issue with Destiny, and they realized that, so they're not gonna lock in like that. That would be a huge number. And I know I said that the reason I don't think it's a new Javelin is because the running motion is the exact same as the Ranger, but also I just don't think I think they're going to do 3. I don't think they're going to have this many different Javelin classes. I think you're going to have your 3, and you can do crazy different stuff and different play styles with each of those 3, and then go from there.
I just see them definitely having an odd number of Javelins because we do have the 4 slots, or so we've seen. Your max fire team would be 4, so having an odd number would always make it be oh, you won't have this, or you'll always have to have an extra of one or the other.
Yeah,
as opposed to we'll just have one of each.
For sure. So and I have seen people complaining and asking, because I know one of the big issues with Destiny is you go into your fire team is 4, right? But then you try to do different PvP things, and it's 6 people or 5 people and stuff like that. So I don't know if they're going to try to make that more uniform, so you don't have to keep.
Yeah, it was very hard to transfer from one thing to the other. You had the 3 for normal PvE, the raid 6, 4 for PvP, and then once they added escalation protocol on this last one, it's designed to be played with 9 people, and you can still only go in with 3. Just really bizarre.
It's super strange. It was very janky, and I feel like it wasn't very thought out. And which is a crazy departure, because the first Destiny I feel like was just a little bit better thought out. But what do we know? We're not game developers. But if there, maybe this could be the 4th Javelin. After reading what everybody's been saying, I'm my
he does have some almost wing appendages on his back. So maybe he's a bug type.
Yeah, I did see people were saying that's part of his propulsion system to move around and fly, is those little wing things.
For sure.
So that was one thing. I was oh, maybe it is a 4th Javelin. My heart wants it to be a 4th Javelin, because maybe that means there's even more types of Javelins. But my brain is telling me that there's probably not. So
I'm down for either.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm down for either. Honestly, either way, it
I'm giving
means
it
we
a
have more options.
style. I don't know what you're saying. 7 out of 10. You know, I like
7 out of 10.
If
I
you
don't
didn't
like
have the blue
green.
on the helmet, you'd get a 10.
I don't like green, so that makes it a 7 for me. I'm trying to think what else. This cover photo, not even the profile picture, the cover photo. A bunch of stuff we gleaned from. We got new locations.
Yeah,
what do
you
you think
get
of
to
the
see
new
the
locations?
different biomes almost. So the outer two look kind of similar. I guess maybe, I don't know, you could say this outer one is more Nordic. I don't know. But then you get the one that the Colossus is standing in. And it's a desert, totally different from the one on the outside.
Yeah. Have you zoomed in on that Colossus location yet? Like, have you really dove down deep into it? Because it looks like it's a desert, right? But almost like the way on the left there.
Oh, kind of like a water.
It looks like a wave, yeah.
Ooh.
So I don't know if that's like it's like a desert planet, but it's also a beach or something. Like, I don't know, but it looks like the atmosphere absolutely looks arid.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know, but it could just be like a trick on the eyes, and it could just be sand, and it looks like a wave or something.
And then when you get down to the last guy, maybe that's red water and not lava.
It's definitely. But no, I do like that there's a lava location as well. So that means there's going to be a nice variety of biomes. I mean, we're going from lush forest with, plants and forest creatures to freaking lava.
You're going to get the jump puzzles in the lava for sure.
Oh, God. Yeah, we are, aren't we? Except I don't think jump puzzles will be too much of an issue.
We can fly.
Yeah, we can. But I don't think you'll have infinite flight. So they can still do stuff with it. I think they've already said there's not going to be infinite flight, because I feel like that would make the game too easy if you could just literally fly around.
Right.
Who knows? We'll find out eventually. And have you looked at the profile picture too much? Like, did you
the red thing that says Anthem?
Yeah. Did you see what I had to say about it?
No, I didn't. It looks like let me go ahead and give you my analysis. It looks like
for it.
The words Anthem written over I can't say this right, a topographical map.
Are you making fun of me? A topographical map, yeah.
Is that what you said?
Yeah, I said it's a topographical map. And it looks like it's just the first location that we've seen, because you can see the rivers and the mountains along the side. So I think it's just that first jungle location that you've already seen a lot of.
I wonder why they chose to do that.
Yeah, no, I was thinking the same thing. Like, I don't know if there's a reason, because it's a profile picture on all of their social media and like a lot of their icons and stuff around the internet now. So I don't know if...
Because at a glance, that doesn't seem to have a lot of meaning other than like, hey, this is a place.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just like a cool piece of art that they were like, yeah, that'll be fine to have as, that's kind of cool. Or if there's actually deeper meaning. You never know with these kinds of things.
We'll have to wait and see.
We will. Or we'll never see, and they'll never say anything about it again, and we'll always wonder why they did that. That's the other option. But no, dude, I can't believe we're this excited about this, that we're talking about social media picture updates.
Yeah. I can't believe that we've had the exact same thoughts and not talked about any of this until right now.
Yeah.
I think that's good. You and I really have a connection. Do you want to hang out sometime?
I'd love to. You want to get coffee?
Yeah. I'll date you.
God. Let's move on.
What's going on Twitter?
Yeah, to the new tweet from the Anthem Twitter account a couple of days ago, where it just said decoding.
Yeah. First it said and then it said decoding. So what do you think that means?
I think that was just the news that they then dropped the next day.
Yeah. They're like,
or just saying, we're about to drop some news at EA Play, which is, what is that, June 9th? It's a week from today, EA Play.
Yeah. Mark your calendar, bro.
Mark your calendar. So what else do we have from the Twittersphere? Oh, yeah, Casey Hudson tweeted out asking us to ask him questions so that he could talk about them on the stage at EA Play, which is pretty cool.
Do you have any questions?
So, I tweeted him from our channels account, and I said, "Are there shaders, and what is level of customization with those shaders?" Because that's what I want to know.
Okay.
Yeah, I figured I didn't want to ask something like that he would have no chance of answering,
Right.
And I figured this was a pretty innocent thing that doesn't give away too much and we get people excited. So maybe he'll answer it.
Maybe.
I try to be reasonable, and something that I want to know, because I do want.
I feel like at this point, I'm just like, it needs to be June 9th, and then I'll let you know. Everything else that I think of, I'm just sure he's going to answer at EA Play. So
Probably not. He'll probably answer like 3 questions, and I'll be like, "All right, get off the stage."
Yeah,
because it's never as good as you want it to be, and it'll probably be questions that are really lame that he actually picks out to answer. But we can hope, right? We can hope there's some good questions, some juicy questions.
What do you think of the box art?
Yeah, so I was surprised about this. That they actually straight up said, "Hey, this is the box art."
Right.
Like somebody said, "Oh, look at this Anthem key art," and then what is he? He's the I forget what he is, producer or something on Anthem. He's like, "Oh yeah, that's the box art.
Mm-hmm.
So enjoy that." And we're like, "Oh, okay, that's random," but yeah, it's a pretty cool piece of art. It shows that same stupid orange Ranger Javelin that I'm tired of seeing.
Pretty sick of it.
And honestly, I am sick of it. But I mean, he looks pretty cool. I like the weathered look, especially in this close-up.
So if you zoom in, actually, which I haven't done till just now, if you look on the right, it looks like we're looking at that green suit guy again. He's got, instead of the 2 rockets that our standard Javelin has, he has the 1 on his back. He also has that appendage on his right shoulder and kind of the elbow things.
I'm curious.
I'm starting to wonder.
I mean, it's still... Are you sure there's only 1 rocket there? I feel like there could still be 2.
Possibly.
I don't know.
Possibly.
It's kind of hard to tell from this angle. We have kind of a weird angle.
I mean, on the other one, it's a very defined 2. But he also doesn't have the rockets coming out as defined on his legs.
That's true. Dude, it may be the 4th Javelin. It may be. Maybe I was just wrong.
Tilt that way, man.
I'm telling you, my heart really wants to go that way, and my brain is slowly starting to be like, maybe it's the right way. Because that seems to be the consensus across people that are, looking into this.
Stop trying to stir the pot, Andrew.
I'm not trying to stir the pot. I'm trying to be grounded and not get too hyped up.
Fair enough.
I don't want to get too excited, but no, that is some more evidence towards the 4th Javelin, which I guess there's going to be another variation of the big one, right? If they have 2 small ones and then a medium-sized one, I feel like it's usually a nice, even keel one way or the other, like the Ranger's in the middle, and then you have your mage would be the next step down, which that's what everybody is calling that one. Mystery one is like the mage.
Gotcha.
And then below that is the quick guy, that 4th Javelin that we keep talking about, and then maybe a slightly bigger version of the Ranger, and then the Colossus.
Maybe.
2 on each side of them. I don't know. I feel like it'd be strange to have 2 lighter ones and then only 1 big one, but they could do that.
It might depend on if the mystery one, the mage, ends up taking like a very strict mage role. So instead of him being like just the fast guy, he's very defined by more of like abilities and like special powers, mystic energy. Yeah. And then the new guy is like, class. The new guy's about being quick. So in that way, you'd still get your like 3 base ones and then the support class kind of.
So I'm just going to ask you a really preliminary off the cuff question here. If you had to pick from these potentially 4 Javelins, which one would you pick right now?
Crap, man. I mean, I'm always playing the like supporty kind of guy.
That's your bag.
I mean, if the green guy looks really cool, like I kind of like that.
Oh, you like the speedy looking
I like how he just looks like a little bee, a little hornet boy.
Ant-Man and the Wasp over here. I don't honestly, yeah. So if you had to pick one right now, that's the one you'd pick?
Out of the 4, yeah. Once we see how much we can customize, maybe I can make the magic dude look like a bee. We'll see.
Dude, joke's on you. That's not even a different one. That's a Ranger still.
So. No. They're all Rangers.
You picked the Ranger.
Yeah,
I'm trying to... Okay, so if that is a new Javelin, I would go between that or the Colossus.
Okay.
Because I like to deal a lot of damage. So I know... Right. I'm sure if there's a fast one, it'd be a higher skill ceiling for damage. But the Colossus with the freaking mortar just seems devastating. So.
Sure. Yeah, I typically don't like the clunkiness of larger enemies. Although in Overwatch, I do switch to tank quite often. That's different.
I'll tell you right now, I'm playing Dark Souls Remastered, and I'm going pure, giant weapons and heavy shield and armor. So I'm super clunky and slow, but I hit hard. I'm sticking with my usual.
LA Noire, and I'm doing a strictly bad cop run through, which is not the best way to play because sometimes you got to be nice.
It sounds awful. All right, back to the task at hand. We got a new teaser video. It's like 6 seconds long, where it's this girl and she's sounding all ominous and she's like, "It's beyond the wall. There's something out there. Oh no." Yeah. So I feel like they're really sticking to this beyond the wall thing, which reminds me way too much of Destiny.
Yeah.
Does it not remind you?
Yeah, it's not like that's something we didn't kind of know going in. It's like, oh, we're the only people leaving the city, like seeing what's out there.
But but that's still really similar to Destiny as well. You have like the tower and all that and the little city right there. And then there's the giant walls that the Titans built. So, I feel like they're very similar in that sense, but it seems more of like a wild world out there, and it's more against the world than against alien species. So I do kind of like that.
Yes. I'm very curious to see.
I'm very curious
how the world got to this point,
Yeah, dude. The backstory on this, like, is it in the past? Is it in the future? What planet is it on? Like,
yeah, because I mean,
what?
In a lot of these pictures, you do still see. It doesn't look like human architecture, but you have like in the cover art, for example, you have like these rings to the left, and those seem to pop up in a lot of different places, like the gameplay trailer as well. Is whale. I wonder if that's something that we had built before we retreated into the walls, or if that's something that popped up after we were forced in there.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it does seem like it was something before, and now it's like the jungle's taken over, and there's like moss growing on the giant.
Sure, we'll know a lot more after the full trailer comes out.
Dude, they're not going to tell us anything about the lore behind this. I feel like they're going to tell us very minimal. I'm so cynical. I'm so hyped up, and I want everything. But at the same time, I'm like,
fuck these people.
I really am, though. I'm so reserved. Like, I don't want it to be disappointing.
There was that other ad video. If you log into their Instagram page, you won't even see it. It's sponsored only, and just it's not as cool as the other one. It's just the Ranger 3 times kind of popping up, and then a monster, and then it's like tune in.
He does a cool superhero landing.
Yes.
So that's pretty sweet. Yeah, but it's that monster and
looks like the same one from the original trailer or the gameplay reveal.
Yeah, agreed. The one where they were like, no, let's not waste our supplies on it. It seems like the same one, which would be smart because they've already shown it. So I feel like they feel free to show it again. That's usually how those things go. But yeah, so that, we got 2 short little videos, and we'll get a full trailer as well as gameplay from EA Play. Let's talk about, I guess, EA Play. I feel like we haven't dove deep into it yet. We're kind of saving it for it to get closer, but it's a week away, and it's now. So this is going to be the last.
Yeah, it's less than a week away.
Yeah, no, it's next Saturday, so it's a week away. Unless you're counting by the hour, yes, it's less than a week away. But it's going to be next Saturday at 11 a.m. Pacific time. Oh, shoot. So that's 9 a.m. Central time.
I don't know how to... You should see me every time you say Pacific time. I put my hand on California in my head, and I'm like, okay, dude, my right hand.
It's 1 p.m. our time. Apologies. So we'll be watching that, or I'll be watching that. I don't know if you'll be watching it. I assume you'd want to get on the action, right?
Yeah, I mean, my life is kind of it's up in the air, my schedule, but I'm going to try and get off.
Are you going to try to get off now?
Yeah, for sure. I want to be there.
Dude, do it. Well, maybe, dude, I'm honestly thinking about maybe we should stream it and talk about it in a stream.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
While we're at it, because next week is EA Play and E3, we might be a little off schedule with the podcast, trying to get you guys actual news videos and more concise stuff as soon as the information comes out. But we will still have a podcast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just not sure the exact date or time. But we will. We promise. It's the Friendlies guarantee. So talking more about EA Play, EA actually put out 5 things coming to EA Play for Anthem. So it's pretty cool. Just like what to expect. And I think they're tempering our expectations here. So the first thing we can expect is a new trailer. So,
we knew that.
Cool. Yeah, like if they didn't bring a new trailer, the Anthem subreddit would have lit on fire. And
but they do say what we're going to see in it, specifically a glimpse into the story, the characters, and the monsters that bring the game to life. And so I do see people who are seeing these little clips and they're like, could this be a glimpse of like a raid or something? And I don't see that coming if they're specifically talking about the game story, because raids will typically kind of be an afterthought to the game story. I think they might focus on what we're going to see at the get-go. Yeah,
not to like rain on anybody's parade, but there's no way in hell they're going to show an in-game activity right now. just think how every other game goes is that's supposed to be the mysterious part and you kind of figure it out, and they're not just going to be like, hey, here it is. Like they're not just going to give away super juicy details for no apparent reason. Like there's a reason, there's a hype train. This is all thought out from a marketing and public relations standpoint. So they're not just going to throw stuff at us and be like, hey,
what do you know about public relations?
So, yeah, well, I don't know anything about public relations. It's just my job. So
a bit aggressive. Okay.
It was sarcastic aggressive, but I do like that they basically tell us it's going to be about the story, which will be the main story, and then it'll kind of show some more characters. Maybe our good dude. I hope to God they bring back those stupid characters from the first trailer, like the actual people that played.
They've grown on me in the 90 times that I've watched the same video.
They really have. I want them to bring it back. Plus, it would be hilarious and very self-aware of them, which I would love. I really want them to do it and kind of make a joke about it. Like that would if they do that for me, dude, I'll go berserk and be so happy. They also, besides the trailer, they're going to show off legit gameplay. So flying, fighting, and of course, loot.
Yeah. Seems like it might be a bit more of the same. That's kind of the tone they take where they say, last year we showed off some of this, blah, blah, blah. We're happy to show off some more. It's like, okay, I'm happy to watch some more. Why not?
So I expect there to be a little more, not too much more. Maybe they'll show it's a couple of different ways you can collect weapons or loot and stuff like that. And hopefully, dude, I just want them to show what exactly this game is. Like, what's the level of customization? Just give us some more, man. Like, we have such a bare bones understanding right now that they need to show off some more.
I've just invented a different game in my head already.
Oh, yeah? A perfect game of Anthem?
Yes.
And I'm curious if the people that actually go to EA Play, I assume they'll be able to play like one story mission or something, because people are going to actually go to EA Play and play it. So I assume we're going to see the same story mission like 10,000 times on
Love
YouTube.
It.
Yeah, because I couldn't see them doing anything more than that. Maybe I'm sure with actual people playing, there'll be a lot more to glean from the world and how it plays.
Yeah,
so.
Dude, I mean, the next point I'm really pumped about, the combat showcase.
Yeah. So hopefully we see some more abilities and weapons than the freaking mortar and other missile
They say the power of the Javelin exosuit will be on full display as players take on the most ferocious enemies seen yet. Which that's awesome to me, because I mean, you see the other video, like they kind of fly around and they kick ass, take names. Like, I think it'd be really telling, really cool to just see a Javelin get his ass kicked. Like, he's on the ropes, and just see like what kind of X factor he brings to the table.
Dude, do you think we'll see a super, an ultimate?
I mean, we saw the ground pound. Maybe that is kind of
that wasn't the ultimate. Do you think?
Nah.
There's no way they'd make the ultimate that way.
Maybe like a better version of it. I don't know.
Yeah, but it is a Colossus. Maybe that is his ultimate. Also, I feel like he didn't use it at the appropriate time.
Like the other buddy had shotgunned everyone, and he's like, "Oh, I'm here."
Yeah,
my slow ass.
And I do want to say we will be doing like a full analysis of any trailers and any gameplay that drops, and trying to dissect every single detail to give y'all a better picture of what Anthem's going to be. So that's the kind of videos you'll expect besides our podcast, which is why our podcast may fall behind.
First time hearing about it.
Well, I was already planning on doing it. So.
All right.
No. I didn't volunteer you. Totally we'll each be doing stuff. Some squabbles. But yeah, I guess we haven't really talked. We'll both be doing news videos for you guys. So I'm sure you'll find your favorite and you'll hate the other person to death. So that's how that works out. Another thing to expect from EA Play is developer insights. So this will be pretty cool. People like Casey Hudson, what a surprise. Mark Dara, who's the executive producer, and lead writer Kathleen Rootsart take the stage. So, are you laughing at her name?
Yeah. Sorry, just like rooting into you. Anyway, sorry. I'm sorry.
Rootsart. So I think that'll be pretty interesting. That's probably the least interesting for most people, but I do think there'll be a lot of stuff to glean from that, especially
if anyone's going to know a lot about the game, it might be those guys.
Yeah, I'm excited about the lead writer. Maybe we'll get some lore, some background on that, and some other stuff. But I'm really excited for that section, actually. Unless it's super lame and it's like, oh yeah, how to build a live gameplay. Like, I hope it's not super lame and technical. Yeah. But kind of piggybacking off of that, the fifth thing to expect is a look behind the curtain. They're going to be showing off some of the concept and production art of Anthem, which honestly, looking back at Destiny, a lot of the concept art ended up making it into the game. And I know some of the concept art from the first Destiny before it released is going to be like in Destiny 3, like the ships at the end of Destiny 2 with the little triangle ships. That was concept art from before the first Destiny. So it's kind of like, lots of lore there potentially. So I'm kind of excited for that. What about you?
No.
No, you're not excited for concept art?
Cool. It's just like, I want to know what's next. I want to know what's coming now. But yeah, like you do have a point. Concept art, like even if we don't see it in the next year, the next 2 years, like they're not just throwing that away. Like I'm sure we're going to see all of that at some point.
Yeah. So that's exciting. Another thing that is pretty interesting is that basically after the show, they tell us to go to the Anthem homepage, and there's going to be even more stuff that they're going to drop.
I'm clicking it now.
Yeah. refresh. So I actually think it's pretty cool. They straight up said the homepage will be your source for details about the world of Anthem, and that's going to be good going forward. So that'll be a recurring thing. I'll probably check that every couple of days, just in case. Be the first person to find that news. Dude, you should. I probably will end up doing that now that you said that. You got to be that first person to find the news. But that means there's going to be a ton of news, basically. That after EA Play, they couldn't fit it all in. So, boom, they're going to put it on, the Anthem homepage. By the way, this isn't even talking about E3. None of this is even talking about E3. They're going to be, I'm going to throw up saying this. They're going to be at the Xbox. The stupid Xbox E3 press conference. I mean, they were last year, so I'm assuming that they have a deal with Microsoft, and they're going to milk the hell out of this game because Microsoft doesn't have a ton of exclusives right now. So they're going to be like, yeah, get the extra DLC early, yada, 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 probably. So we can expect some more from that. But EA and BioWare aren't really talking about that because I'm assuming Microsoft wants to talk about that more. So we'll have even more news from E3. So it's going to be freaking information overload. If there's like a ton of stuff that is Microsoft or Xbox exclusive, I will.
Don't say that. Then they're going to keep doing it. Make you buy an Xbox. They're listening.
They're going to be like, hell yeah, we got another one. Well, dude, you got to do it for the content, for the YouTubes. Well, unless if it's really lame, then I won't. But I guess we'll find out. I'm not sure when the Microsoft press conference is. I think it's usually on a Sunday or Monday. It's usually one of the first ones. So that'll be exciting. But you can expect us to be pumping out news videos. Then we'll try to make it bite-sized portions instead of putting everything in one video to where it's overwhelming. And we'll try to make it as easy as possible for all of y'all to digest the information. Yeah. Do you have anything else? Did I miss anything?
No.
On our agenda
we were trying to figure out what to bring up from last week, but we covered it all. Cool.
Yeah, we were perfect last week. We didn't miss a thing. Well, that's going to do it then. You've been listening to Freelancer Frequency, the officially unofficial podcast of Anthem. Tune in next week at some time, not sure when, to keep up with the latest Anthem news, theories, and opinions. Feel free to comment down below and drop a like on that video if you like, which is grace to your ear holes. We'll see you next Monday. Probably, maybe not. Same time, maybe. Same place, yes. This is Andrew and Logan signing off.
Bye, babes.